The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Thomas, 76 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down following the run. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. That's taken in by the rookie, Josh Malone. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a first down throw, Kelly. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. From the gun, Kelly. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion. Kelly operating from the gun. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And on 3rd down, a nickel nickel formation here defensively. Now Kelly. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture. Looking in, so a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go now.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Kellen looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 8. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. Fournette, a first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Von Miller coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Dumps it off to Fournette. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard around the 37. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On first down, it's Kelly. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Bortles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. First and 10. Here's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, here's Fournette. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So no problems there with that one as they're able to put 3 up on the board.
Yeah, it's pretty much a winless night. There's only a very light breeze, so it's a perfect night for kickers. And like you say, no problems with that one.
So the Broncos coming out now.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to him right away because they have the matchup advantage.
They'll run with Henderson. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out come the Jags. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Bortles now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football and going to catch him off balance.
And he did. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Henderson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. And his throw is incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Ace! Ace! Here we go now. Blue. Ace! Ace! Check three!
A final shot before half for Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So 2nd and 10 here. Here's Kelly to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Bortles. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. throwing on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
No, check. Detroit! Switch! Let's go! Boom, landed!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Kelly. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Kelly. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former Broncos scored a touchdown for him in the Super Bowl. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go! Detroit!
Slot man moves right.
Leopard!
Kelly now on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And this time, he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Broncos add on. And he's able to put it through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A handoff to Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing is Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side, Reed. And out of bounds right around the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Jags a 1st down. So they're operating in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Left, 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 left. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Steps away to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Lambeau on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsey? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Throwing left side, it's complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive, but they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Now, that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee you that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And he'll tell his team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's a give to Fournette. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. There he goes inside the 30. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Kelly. Flushed out right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.